For 44 years, they haven't seen the opposition come together the same way that they did in this press conference. Weeks ago, some of them, they wouldn't sit together. And I'm so proud of everyone for coming together for the sake of the Iranian people, for the sake of freedom, for the sake of democracy, for the sake of secularism in a free Iran. I'm so proud of everyone. This press conference was historic. This press conference was so important. I cried, I laughed, I was so happy, and I know that a lot of Iranians are so happy about this press conference taking place. A lot of different countries who are not democratic countries, or who do not have the practice, who have not practiced democracy, are the same way, because a lot of feelings get in the way of politics, get in the way of, because when a lot of people have been killed on, either side, or, you have feelings about what has happened to your family, with the political differences that were there in the history of your country, it gets in the way of you thinking the future with the people who did that to your family or whatever. And this is of course something you have to get over if you want democracy. When you haven't practiced democracy, it's not only about tolerating, it's also about believing each other, it's also about having trust. There are so many conspiracy theories going around all the time within the exile opposition as well, as I'm sure inside Iran, but it is sad because we don't trust each other. And of course this is the regime's fault. For the 44 years that this regime has had power in Iran, outside of Iran they have killed people and have had plans. Just a couple of weeks ago, Masih al-Najad was forced out of Europe and flown back to the US because there were plans of killing her. And this means, and a lot of opposition leaders and political different figures have been killed outside of Iran in European countries. Salman Rushdie was, attacked with a knife and was blinded on one eye just some months ago, right? So this has been going on all the time. These terrorist plans and acts and the killings of people outside of Iran, of course, has people afraid of each other. What was very important for me also was that Israel was mentioned by Reza Pahlavi. I think it's so important for the Iranian opposition in exile to say that we're with Israel. Israel is our future, closest ally in the region, but also not only for geopolitics, but also rebuilding Iran. We need Israel, and I think that Israel needs free Iran more than anyone. And I think our two nations can do so many great things together, and this excites me so much because I really do admire the fact that look at what Israel did in so few years, and still Israel is thriving, and I want this for Iran, and I really do think that if we are open-minded, we will get Iran developed in no time, and we will get Iran. The Iranian people are so smart and innovative, and they're educated, and they're motivated, and I just see going from a depression to this optimism. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw the courage and the commitment to freedom and democracy that the Iranian have shown in these months with the demonstration and with the protest, and they paid a huge price, of course, and a lot of Iranians have paid a huge price within all these years. With 44 years, a lot of people have been killed, a lot of people have been imprisoned and lost many years of their lives within prison. They have been tortured, even raped, and this of course is so sad, but the future is so bright, and I'm just so happy, and I'm just so filled with joy and pride, and we are going to win this, and we're going to better the world, not just Iran and the Middle East, but the world is going to be a better place with a free Iran, because the Sunni-Shia war is going to end, and that's going to be a game changer for Islamists all around the world. And it's just, it's just so great, and I'm just so happy.